Explanation of interpersonal skills. What are interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills are the abilities that help you communicate effectively with others and maintain healthy relationships. These include understanding people's feelings, being thoughtful, and using tact to handle situations smoothly. Key points. Good interpersonal skills foster cooperation and understanding. They are critical for influencing others and achieving goals. Examples include good communication, empathy, and persuasiveness. Example: a manager who listens to their team's concerns and provides clear feedback is using strong interpersonal skills. 2 types of interpersonal skills. A. Attentiveness. This skill involves actively listening and showing interest in others. It's more than hearing. It's making others feel valued in conversations. Key points. Manage conversation topics and time effectively. Avoid dominating conversations. Give others a chance to express themselves. Example: a teacher maintaining eye contact and encouraging students to ask questions shows attentiveness. B. Composure. This is about staying calm and confident during interactions, even in stressful or formal situations. Social anxiety can hinder composure. Key points. Anxiety often increases with importance, audience size, or unfamiliarity. Some cultures, like in Asia, value quieter, non-assertive behavior. Example: a job candidate who stays calm and answers confidently during an interview demonstrates composure. Coordination. Coordination is the smooth management of a conversation's flow. This includes when to speak, how to transition topics, and ensuring all participants feel involved. Key points. Avoid interrupting unnecessarily. Smooth transitions between topics keep the conversation engaging. Example: in a group discussion, a leader ensures everyone contributes and avoids awkward silences. Expressiveness. Expressiveness makes communication lively and engaging, using tone, gestures, and facial expressions effectively. Key points. Voice elements like tone and variety affect how you're perceived. Nonverbal cues like facial expressions and eye contact play a big role. Example: a speaker using gestures, a clear voice, and enthusiasm will hold the audience's attention better than someone monotone. Why are interpersonal skills important? They are essential for teamwork, leadership, and building relationships. They help achieve goals like getting a job, forming friendships, or managing conflict. Summary: focus on attentiveness, composure, coordination, and expressiveness to improve communication. Practice these skills in daily interactions, starting small, like active listening or maintaining eye contact during a chat. Success in personal and professional life heavily depends on these abilities. Of developing interpersonal skills. Hack 1. Identifying skills that need improvement. Look back on past experiences to recognize areas needing growth. For example, if you lost a job due to poor communication, focus on improving clarity and confidence. Key point: analyze past situations to identify what you can do better. Example: if a misunderstanding ruined a friendship, work on active listening or expressing yourself more clearly. 2. Building healthy relationships. Focus on qualities that improve relationships, whether personal or professional. Key practices. 1. Practice empathy. Put yourself in others' shoes to understand their perspective. Example: if a friend is upset, imagine their situation to better support them. 2. Be inclusive. Make everyone feel welcome by avoiding behavior that excludes others. Example: in a meeting, ask for quieter team members' input to involve them. 3. Practice fairness. Give as much as you take in relationships. Example: support a friend as much as they support you. 4. Be trustworthy. Keep promises and maintain confidentiality. Example: if you commit to helping with a project, follow through. 3. Communicating clearly and carefully. Effective communication involves listening and expressing ideas in a way others understand. Key tips: listen carefully. Pay attention to words, body language, and tone to avoid miscommunication. Example: during a phone call, listen closely to both what is said and how it's said. Speak clearly. Use polite and appropriate language for the situation. Example: in a business meeting, be concise. With family, add emotion and examples. Good written communication. Be clear to avoid misunderstandings, especially for sensitive topics. Use oral communication for emotional discussions instead of emails. 4. Examining personal ethics. Evaluate your actions to ensure they are honest and fair. Build trust by maintaining integrity and not misusing authority. Example, a leader who respects their team's opinions fosters trust. 5. Being a team player. Work collaboratively by giving and receiving input and avoiding criticism or bossy behavior. Appreciate others and let them appreciate you. Example, in group projects, listen to everyone's ideas and negotiate effectively. 6. Resolving conflicts. Address disagreements respectfully and focus on understanding others' perspectives. Key point. Avoid trivial arguments and resolve important issues honestly. Example, if colleagues disagree on a project, discuss solutions calmly rather than blaming each other. Summary. To develop interpersonal skills. 1. Identify areas for improvement. 2. Build healthy relationships with empathy, fairness, and trust. 3. Communicate clearly by listening and adapting your tone. 4. Maintain strong ethics to earn respect. 5. Work collaboratively as a team player. 6. Resolve conflicts by understanding others' perspectives. Start practicing these steps daily in simple interactions like group discussions or casual conversations. Explanation of the importance of interpersonal skills. 1. What are interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills are the abilities to interact effectively with others using communication, empathy, and collaboration. They play a key role in building relationships and achieving goals in an organization. 2. Why are interpersonal skills important? A. Goals achieved through interpersonal skills. 1. Direct goals. These involve influencing someone directly during interactions. Example, convincing a team member to support a new project or building trust with a client. 2. Indirect goals. These are larger outcomes that result from direct goals. Example, if your team supports a project, direct goal, it may lead to the project's success and greater organizational impact, indirect goal. Key point. Direct interactions like gaining trust can lead to bigger changes such as team success or policy approval. B. Managers and interpersonal skills. Managers spend a lot of time interacting face-to-face and over the phone to influence and guide others. Most managerial goals, like motivating employees or resolving conflicts, require excellent interpersonal skills. Example, a manager explaining a new strategy in a meeting ensures that employees understand and support it, leading to smoother implementation. C. Modern organizational needs. Organizations today are decentralized, participatory, and encourage open communication. Employees, especially those in leadership or team roles, must frequently meet, collaborate, and make decisions together. Example, in a modern company, team leaders who foster collaboration during meetings help achieve organizational goals more effectively. 3. Summary of importance. Direct benefits. Interpersonal skills help achieve immediate goals like building trust, gaining support, or motivating others. Indirect benefits. They lead to larger changes, like project success or increased team cohesion. For managers, interpersonal skills are vital for effective leadership and decision-making. For employees, in modern collaborative workplaces, these skills are essential for teamwork and success. Remember, strong interpersonal skills aren't just useful, they are essential for achieving personal and organizational goals. Start practicing them in daily interactions to grow as a leader. Ending positive relationships. What are positive relationships? Positive relationships are warm, trusting, and respectful connections with others. They involve understanding, open communication, and mutual support. Positive relationships contribute to happiness, productivity, and a strong support system. Example, a friend who listens to your problems and helps you find solutions is part of a positive relationship. Characteristics of positive relationships. Positive relationships have 5 key traits. 1. Trust. Trust is the foundation of a strong relationship. When you trust someone, you can openly share thoughts and work effectively without fear. Example, if you trust your colleague, you can delegate tasks without worrying about their completion. 2. Mutual respect. Respect means valuing others' ideas and contributions. This creates a collaborative environment where everyone's input matters. Example, in a team project, respecting each member's opinion leads to better solutions. Through mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being careful with words and actions. It avoids letting negativity affect others. Example, a manager who calmly gives feedback instead of shouting maintains positive relationships with employees. 4. Welcoming diversity. Positive relationships embrace different ideas and perspectives. Example, when a teammate suggests an alternative plan, considering their idea instead of rejecting it shows inclusivity. 5. Open communication. Honest and clear communication strengthens relationships. Example, discussing misunderstandings openly with a friend helps resolve conflicts quickly. Why are positive relationships important? They boost happiness and productivity. They provide emotional and practical support. They eliminate negativity and foster collaboration in personal and professional settings. Key points to remember. 1. Positive relationships are based on trust, respect, and open communication. 2. Welcoming diversity and practicing mindfulness enhance these relationships. 3. Strong relationships lead to better teamwork, support, and personal growth. Start by practicing active listening and respecting others' viewpoints to build stronger positive connections. Relationships. 1. Accept and celebrate differences. Everyone is different in how they think, feel, and see the world. Accepting and celebrating these differences makes relationships stronger. Trying to make everyone think like us creates misunderstandings. Embracing diversity adds excitement and growth to relationships. Example, instead of being upset when a friend has a different opinion, appreciate their unique perspective. 2. Listen effectively. Listening shows that you value the other person and their feelings. Active listening means focusing on what someone says, understanding their message, and checking back for clarity. How to practice active listening. Restate what the person says to confirm understanding. Avoid distractions and give full attention. Example, when a colleague shares a concern, summarize their issue and ask, "Did I understand that correctly?" 3. Give people your time is a valuable gift. Quality time builds stronger relationships. Be fully present when spending time with someone. Avoid multitasking or thinking about other things. Example, instead of texting during a conversation with a friend, put the phone away and focus on them. 4. Develop communication skills. Good communication is about ensuring the other person understands you. Miscommunication can lead to conflicts. Clear, honest, and respectful communication improves morale and reduces misunderstandings. Example, in a workplace, clearly explaining tasks to team members avoids confusion and builds trust. 5. Learn to give and take feedback. Feedback is essential for personal and relationship growth. Constructive feedback helps people improve without being hurtful. Similarly, receiving feedback gives new perspectives. Example, if a colleague suggests you improve your presentation skills, use it to work on your delivery instead of feeling offended. Sense 6. Develop empathy. Empathy means understanding and sharing another person's feelings without judgment or trying to fix the situation. It builds trust and connection. Example, when a friend is upset, instead of offering solutions, say, "I understand why you feel this way." Key points to remember. 1. Celebrate differences instead of expecting people to think like you. 2. Listen actively by focusing and confirming understanding. 3. Value time with others by being present and attentive. 4. Communicate clearly to avoid misunderstandings. 5. Give and accept feedback for growth and improvement. 6. Practice empathy to build deeper trust and connection. By focusing on these practices, you can create strong connection. Of building positive relationships. 1. Increases self-awareness. Positive relationships help you understand your strengths and weaknesses better. They encourage personal growth and self-improvement. Example, a friend pointing out that you are a good listener can boost your confidence and motivate you to improve further. 2. Fosters productivity. When people trust and like each other, they work better together. Positive relationships lead to a friendly and supportive work environment. Example: a manager with a good relationship with their team will see higher efficiency because the team feels understood and valued. 3. Helps meet expectations. Clear expectations in relationships help build trust and satisfaction. When both sides understand their roles, they can contribute better to the relationship. Example: in a group project, clear communication of tasks ensures everyone knows what to do, building trust and respect. 4. Boosts learning and experimentation. Positive relationships create a safe space to try new things and learn from mistakes. Example: a supportive mentor encourages a junior employee to take on challenging tasks, helping them learn and grow. 5. Makes feedback easier to accept. When relationships are positive, feedback is seen as constructive rather than critical. It reduces anxiety and helps people improve their performance. Example: an employee is more likely to improve if their manager provides feedback in a supportive way rather than a harsh one. 6. Provides emotional support and inspiration. Positive relationships give the emotional strength needed for personal growth. Encouragement from others fosters confidence and motivation. Example: a friend cheering you on during a tough time helps you stay motivated and optimistic. 7. Encourages discovery and experimentation. Positive emotions in relationships make you open to exploring new ideas and possibilities. They help you think creatively and consider different paths. Example: a collaborative work environment encourages brainstorming and innovation. Key points to remember. 1. Positive relationships improve self-awareness and personal growth. 2. They boost productivity by building trust and understanding. 3. Clear expectations in relationships lead to satisfaction and respect. 4. Safe and supportive relationships foster learning and experimentation. 5. Feedback is easier to accept in positive relationships, making it more effective. 6. Emotional support from others helps you grow and stay inspired. 7. Positive relationships encourage creativity and exploration of new opportunities. By focusing on building positive relationships, you can improve both personal and professional aspects. Positive attitude. Introduction. A positive attitude refers to a mindset that focuses on optimism, confidence, and motivation. It means seeing opportunities and challenges and prioritizing the good over the bad in people or situations. Example: thinking I will learn something valuable when facing a difficult task shows a positive attitude. Key point: a positive attitude leads to better outcomes, resilience in tough situations, and success. 2. Building positive attitude. To develop a positive attitude, consider the following steps. 1. Identify your attitudes. Assess your current positive and negative attitudes. Identify which negative attitudes hinder your progress and work on changing them. Example: if fear of failure stops you, focus on building courage through small achievements. 2. Look for the positive. Surround yourself with positive people, situations, and things. Avoid focusing too much on flaws and instead appreciate the good in people or events. Example: in a group project, instead of criticizing mistakes, highlight the efforts made by others. 3. Build positive self-esteem. Self-esteem is about believing in your worth and abilities. Engage in activities that build your confidence, like helping others without expecting anything in return. Example: volunteering to assist a colleague can boost your confidence and self-worth. How? 4. Set challenging targets. Define realistic yet ambitious goals to motivate yourself. Achieving these targets provides satisfaction and purpose. Example: setting a goal to improve your presentation skills can drive you to practice and gain confidence. 5. Avoid procrastination. Don't delay work. Complete tasks as planned. Procrastination leads to incomplete work and stress. Example: if you postpone studying for an exam, you might feel overwhelmed later. Create a daily study plan to stay on track. 6. Practice continuous learning. Always seek new knowledge and correct past misunderstandings. Learning helps you stay updated and adapt to change. Example: taking a short course or reading about new trends in your field keeps you informed and confident. Key points to remember. 1. Positive attitude means being optimistic and motivated. 2. Identify and modify negative attitudes to focus on growth. 3. Surround yourself with positivity and avoid negativity. 4. Build your self-esteem by believing in your abilities and helping others. 5. Set challenging yet realistic goals to stay motivated. 6. Avoid procrastination. Plan your tasks and stick to the schedule. 7. Engage in continuous learning to grow and adapt. By following these steps, you can develop a positive mindset that supports personal and professional success. Reasons for building a positive attitude. 1. Determines meaning of environment. A positive attitude helps individuals view their environment favorably and appreciate good actions. Example: a manager with a positive attitude will praise an employee for completing a task well. A negative attitude, however, leads to constant criticism. Key point: positive attitudes help people see the good in situations and relationships. Rationalizes actions. Attitudes influence how people interpret actions and situations, helping resolve misunderstandings. Example: if a supervisor sees an employee resting during work hours, a positive attitude might lead them to think they must be tired. A negative attitude might make them assume the employee is lazy. Key point: positive attitudes help resolve conflicts by understanding differing perspectives. Organizes facts. Attitudes assist in arranging and using information effectively to achieve goals. Example: union leaders might influence workers by presenting facts that align with their objectives, helping workers organize their views. Key point: positive attitudes help process and use facts constructively. 4. Facilitates selection of facts. Positive attitudes encourage focusing on favorable aspects, leading to better relationships and work environments. Example: a manager focusing on employees' good performance will create a happier workplace than one who dwells on their mistakes. Key point: a positive mindset focuses on strengths and ignores minor flaws, improving collaboration. Key points to remember. 1. Positive attitudes help people interpret situations favorably. 2. They make it easier to resolve misunderstandings. 3. Positive attitudes help organize and use facts effectively. 4. Focusing on positives creates a supportive and harmonious environment. A positive attitude is essential for personal and organizational success. It fosters understanding, reduces conflicts, and builds stronger relationships. Of positive attitude. 1. Helps in achieving career success. A positive attitude drives employees to work hard, follow rules, and focus on achieving goals without wasting time criticizing others. Example: an employee with a positive attitude comes up with innovative solutions and meets deadlines. This often leads to promotions or salary increases. Key point: positive attitudes pave the way for career growth and success. Increases organizational productivity. Employees with a positive mindset perform better, make fewer mistakes, and deliver high-quality work, boosting overall organizational output. Example: a team motivated by positivity can complete a project ahead of schedule with high accuracy. Key point: positive attitudes directly improve workplace efficiency and output. 3. Makes leadership effective. Leaders with positive attitudes handle challenges better, earn respect, and motivate their teams effectively. Example: a manager with a positive outlook inspires their team during tough times, maintaining morale and productivity. Key point: positive leaders foster trust and effective problem solving. 4. Promotes teamwork. Employees with positive attitudes build good relationships, recognize each other's strengths, and work collaboratively towards shared goals. Example: a positive team values each member's contributions, leading to better collaboration on projects. Key point: positivity enhances cooperation and strengthens teams. 5. Facilitates rational decision-making. Positive individuals think clearly, analyze situations, and make wise decisions. Example: a manager with a positive attitude carefully evaluates all options before choosing the best course of action. Key point: positivity helps in making well-thought-out, rational decisions. 6. Boosts motivation. Positive attitudes keep employees self-motivated, helping them overcome challenges and stay focused on success. Example: an optimistic employee stays determined even after setbacks, finding ways to improve and achieve goals. Key point: positivity keeps people motivated and driven. 7. Strengthens interpersonal relations. Individuals with positive attitudes build trust and respect, forming strong relationships with colleagues, clients, and customers. Example: a friendly and respectful employee earns loyalty and trust from customers. Key point: positivity strengthens relationships and builds loyalty. 8. Helps manage stress. Positive thinking reduces stress by transforming negative thoughts into positive ones, improving mental health. Example: a stressed employee who adopts a positive attitude feels less overwhelmed and approaches tasks calmly. Key point: positivity is a powerful stress management tool. Key points to remember. 1. Positivity enhances career growth and organizational success. 2. It strengthens teamwork, leadership, and interpersonal relationships. 3. A positive attitude supports rational decision-making and stress management. 4. Positivity is a key to motivation and handling challenges effectively. Having a positive attitude benefits both individuals and organizations, leading to personal success, better teamwork, and healthier environments. Empathy. Understanding and applying it in the workplace. 1. What is empathy? Empathy means imagining yourself in someone else's situation to understand their thoughts, feelings, and perspective. It's about seeing the world through their eyes and responding accordingly. Example: if a colleague is stressed about meeting a deadline, empathy involves understanding their pressure and offering to help, rather than dismissing their concerns. Key point: empathy is about understanding and relating to others' emotions and experiences. Why is empathy important? Enhances leadership. Empathetic leaders understand their team members' needs, concerns, and motivations, making them better at managing people. Improves communication. When you understand what others are feeling, you can communicate more effectively and deliver the information they need. Builds relationships. Empathy strengthens bonds between coworkers, clients, and managers, leading to better teamwork and trust. Encourages creativity and problem solving. By understanding others' perspectives, you can create innovative solutions tailored to their needs. Example: a manager who empathizes with an employee struggling to adapt to new software might offer additional training rather than reprimanding them. Key point: empathy makes workplaces more supportive, collaborative, and innovative. 3. How to develop empathy. Empathy is a skill that can be nurtured with practice. 1. Use imagination. Try to see things from others' perspectives, even if their views differ from yours. 2. Listen actively. Pay close attention to what others are saying without interrupting or judging. 3. Ask questions. Understand why someone feels the way they do by asking clarifying questions. 4. Practice soft skills. Work on communication, emotional intelligence, and interpersonal interactions to improve your empathy. Example: if a teammate seems upset after a meeting, ask, "Is something bothering you about the discussion? How can I help?" Key point: empathy requires active listening, open-mindedness, and consistent practice. Soft skills matter. Companies are increasingly valuing empathy and other soft skills, alongside technical abilities. Empathy training. Many organizations encourage empathy training to foster teamwork, better client relationships, and thoughtful decision-making. Boosts productivity. Empathy creates a positive work environment where employees feel valued, leading to higher motivation and efficiency. Example: a customer service representative who empathizes with a frustrated client is more likely to resolve the issue calmly and effectively, improving customer satisfaction. Key point: empathy is essential for building functional teams, resolving conflicts, and achieving long-term success. Key points to remember. 1. Empathy means understanding others' emotions and perspectives. 2. It enhances leadership, communication, and relationships. 3. Developing empathy requires listening, imagination, and emotional intelligence. 4. Empathy improves workplace culture and boosts overall productivity. By practicing empathy, you not only strengthen your personal skills, but also contribute to a more harmonious and effective workplace. 1. Feeling threatened. What it means. When we feel that someone or something poses a danger to us, it's difficult to focus on understanding their perspective. Why it happens. This response is often based on our past fears or assumptions, not the actual situation. Example: if a colleague criticizes your idea in a meeting, you may feel attacked and stop listening to their point, even if their feedback could help you improve. Key point: real or imagined threats can block our ability to empathize. 2. Being judgmental. What it means. Judging others as right or wrong creates barriers to understanding them. Why it happens. Our culture often encourages judgmental thinking, but it reduces our openness to alternative viewpoints. Example: if you assume a coworker is lazy because they missed a deadline, you might dismiss their reasons, like an illness or family emergency. Key point: judging others limits our capacity to empathize and connect. Fear. What it means. Fear underlies many obstacles to empathy, such as feeling threatened or being judgmental. Why it happens. Fear is natural, but when we blame others or deny it, it stops us from understanding them. Example: if you're afraid of being seen as weak, you might avoid listening to someone's concerns, fearing it will expose your vulnerabilities. Key point: acknowledging and addressing our fears can help us open up to empathy. Key points to remember. 1. Feeling threatened. Past experiences or imagined fears can block empathy. 2. Being judgmental. Judging others as wrong reduces our openness to understanding them. 3. Fear. Fear is natural, but needs to be owned and addressed to access empathy. By overcoming these obstacles, you can enhance your ability to empathize, build better relationships, and make more thoughtful decisions. Lines for understanding others' opinions and facing them with empathy. 1. See things from their point of view. What it means. Set aside your personal perspective and imagine how the situation looks from the other person's perspective. Why it's important. This helps you understand that their reactions are based on their knowledge and experiences, not because they are stubborn or unkind. Example: if a coworker disagrees with your idea, they may have concerns based on their past experiences. Understanding this can help you address their concerns calmly. Key point: people react based on their perspective, not to harm or oppose you. 2. Validate their perspective. What it means. Acknowledge that their opinion is valid, even if you don't agree with it. Why it's important. Acknowledging doesn't mean agreeing, but it builds respect and trust. Example: saying, "I see why you think this approach is better, even if you have a different view." Key point: validation fosters understanding without forcing agreement. Check your own attitude. Reflect on whether your priority is being right or building relationships and finding solutions. Why it's important. A rigid attitude leaves no room for empathy. Example: if a team member makes a mistake, focus on fixing the issue together rather than blaming them. Key point: a flexible and open attitude enables empathy. 4. Listen actively. What it means. Pay full attention to what the other person says and how they say it. How to listen. With ears, focus on their words and tone. With eyes, observe body language. With instincts, notice if something feels unsaid. With heart, consider their emotions. Example: if a team member sounds hesitant, their tone might indicate uncertainty, even if their words seem confident. Key point: active listening reveals what's beneath the surface. 5. Ask directly. What it means. If unsure, simply ask for clarification or their opinion. Why it's important. This is the simplest way to avoid misunderstandings. Example: what would you suggest we do in this situation, instead of assuming their needs? Point. Asking questions shows respect and a desire to understand. Experience differences. What it means. Exposure to diverse cultures or environments enhances empathy. Why it's important. Experiencing differences firsthand helps you understand others' perspectives. Example: working in a multicultural team teaches you to adapt to varied communication styles. Key point: direct experience with diversity strengthens empathy skills. Task 7. What it means. Recognize and understand your own feelings to empathize better with others. Why it's important. If you can't identify your emotions, it's harder to understand others' feelings. Example, if you feel frustrated, recognize it instead of masking it with anger. Key point, emotional awareness is crucial for empathy. Key points to remember. 1. Understand others' perspectives by stepping into their shoes. 2. Acknowledge their views without needing to agree. 3. Reflect on your attitude, be solution-focused, not self-focused. 4. Listen deeply using all your senses and instincts. 5. Don't assume, ask for their thoughts directly. 6. Exposure to diversity broadens your empathy. 7. Build emotional intelligence to connect with others better. By practicing these steps, you can enhance your ability to empathize and build stronger professional and personal relationships. Importance of showing empathy. 1. Empathy aligns with an organization's mission. What it means. Empathy helps organizations stay true to their goal of serving people effectively. Why it's important. Without empathy, services aimed at improving lives, like reducing poverty or disease, can lose their impact. Example, a healthcare provider designing a program for low-income families must understand their struggles to provide meaningful help. Key point. Empathy ensures the organization's actions align with its purpose. #2. Empathy boosts productivity. What it means. Feeling connected to others motivates people to work harder and with purpose. Why it's important. Knowing their work positively impacts others gives employees a sense of meaning. Example, lifeguards reading stories of lives they saved became more motivated in their jobs. Key point. Seeing how their efforts help others inspires employees to perform better. Empathy improves cultural competence. What it means. Empathy helps people understand and collaborate with those from different cultural backgrounds. Why it's important. It fosters curiosity and respect, which are key for working in diverse teams. Example, asking someone to share a moment when they felt judged helps find common ground and encourages mutual respect. Key point. Empathy bridges cultural gaps and promotes inclusion. 4. Empathy elevates customer satisfaction. What it means. Empathetic interactions improve service quality and customer trust. Why it's important. Customers feel valued when their needs are acknowledged and addressed thoughtfully. Example, a customer support agent actively listening and offering personalized solutions builds customer loyalty. Key point. Human interaction is central to building trust and loyalty. 5. Empathy builds leadership. What it means. Leaders who understand others' feelings and perspectives inspire loyalty and teamwork. Why it's important. Empathetic leaders motivate their teams by acknowledging their contributions and fostering a shared vision. A manager who listens to employees' concerns and supports their growth earns respect and dedication. Key point. Empathy is a core trait of effective leadership. 6. Empathy as a competitive advantage. What it means. Empathy differentiates businesses in a technology-driven world. Why it's important. While technology evolves, people still value human connection and products that meet their needs. Example, involving users in product design ensures the product is practical and user-friendly, avoiding failures. Key point. Empathy helps businesses stand out in competitive markets. Key points to remember. Empathy helps organizations remain true to their mission of serving people. 2. Feeling connected to their impact boosts employee motivation and productivity. 3. Empathy bridges cultural differences, fostering respect and collaboration. 4. Customer satisfaction improves when businesses focus on personalized, empathetic service. 5. Empathetic leadership builds loyalty, teamwork, and shared vision. 6. Empathy makes businesses unique in a tech-driven world, ensuring relevance and human connection. By applying empathy at every level, organizations can create meaningful impacts, stronger relationships, and sustain success. Meaning, definition, and dimensions. 1. Meaning and definition of trust. What it means. Trust is a belief in someone's honesty, skills, or intentions. It's the foundation of strong relationships and teamwork in organizations. Without trust, working together becomes difficult. Trust means 1. Relying on someone's qualities, actions, or words. 2. Accepting something without needing proof. 3. expecting positive outcomes confidently. Martin's view. Trust in an organization fosters teamwork, adaptability, and learning, leading to better results. Rousseau's view. Trust involves being willing to depend on others based on positive expectations about their behavior or intentions. Key point. Trust is essential for building strong teams, promoting collaboration, and achieving organizational success. Dimensions of trust. Trust is based on 5 key dimensions that explain why we trust someone. 1. Integrity. What it means, being honest and truthful. Example, a manager who always keeps their promises builds trust among team members. Key point, honesty is the foundation of trust. 2. Competence. What it means, having the knowledge and skills to perform tasks effectively. Example, an engineer with expertise in their field earns trust by delivering quality work. Key point, trust grows when people are skilled and reliable. 3. Consistency. What it means, being dependable and predictable in behavior. A teammate who consistently meets deadlines and communicates effectively gains trust. Key point, reliability strengthens trust. 4. Loyalty. What it means, protecting others and standing by them. Example, a colleague who defends your ideas during a meeting shows loyalty. Key point, loyalty ensures people feel supported and valued. 5. Openness. What it means, being transparent and sharing the whole truth. Example, a leader who clearly communicates the reasons behind decisions builds trust within the team. Transparency fosters trust and understanding. Trust is essential for building strong relationships in organizations. 2. It involves believing in others' honesty, skills, and intentions. 3. The 5 dimensions of trust are integrity, honesty and truthfulness, competence, skills and knowledge, consistency, dependability, loyalty, standing by others, openness, transparency, and truthfulness. By nurturing these dimensions, organizations can create cohesive and effective teams. Of trust. 1. Deterrence-based trust. What it is. This type of trust is built on fear of consequences if promises are broken. People follow through because they want to avoid punishment. Key features. It is the most fragile form of trust. One mistake can break this trust. It works only if punishment is clear and enforced. Example, in a workplace, if an employee is told they will lose their job if they don't meet deadlines, they may comply because of fear, not loyalty. Key point. This trust is based on rules and consequences, not mutual understanding. 2. Knowledge-based trust. What it is. This trust is based on familiarity and understanding gained through repeated interactions. Over time, you can predict someone's behavior because you know them well. Key features. Built through communication and consistent behavior. Reduces the need for formal agreements or contracts. Most workplace relationships are based on this trust. Example, a manager who has worked with a team for years knows how they handle tasks and can trust them to complete projects. Key point, it grows from experience and helps create a reliable working environment. 3. Identification-based trust. What it is. The highest level of trust, where people deeply understand and share each other's goals and values. They can act on behalf of each other. Key features. Requires emotional connection and mutual respect. Trust is so strong that one person can make decisions for the other. Builds through shared goals and values. Example. 2 business partners who have worked together for years can trust each other to make decisions without always consulting. Key point. This trust enables deeper collaboration and shared responsibilities. Key points to remember. 1. Deterrence-based trust. Based on fear and punishment, fragile and rule-driven. 2. Knowledge-based trust, based on familiarity and consistent behavior, common in workplaces. 3. Identification-based trust, deep emotional trust, allows acting on behalf of others. By understanding these types, you can build and maintain trust effectively in organizational settings. Affecting interpersonal trust. 1. Reputation. What it is. A person or company's reputation plays a big role in building trust. A good reputation shows consistency and positive behavior over time. Key features. Reputation is based on public perception and past actions. It signals reliability and trustworthiness. Example. People are more likely to trust a well-known, respected company like Apple because of its positive reputation. Key point. A strong reputation leads to increased trust and better relationships. 2. Length of relationship. What it is. The duration of a relationship influences the level of trust. Longer relationships build stronger trust. Key features. Short-term relationships may lead to mistrust. Long-term relationships foster deeper connections and reliability. Example. A client may trust a supplier they've worked with for 10 years more than a new one. Key point. The longer the relationship, the greater the trust. 3. Size of company. What it is. Larger companies often inspire more trust due to their established presence and resources. Key features. Bigger companies are seen as more reliable and capable. Their size shows they can handle customer needs effectively. Example. Customers might trust a multinational corporation more than a small startup for long-term reliability. Key point. Bigger size signals stability and capability, which builds trust. 4. What it is. Clear and open communication strengthens trust by fostering understanding and resolving confusion. Key features. Trust improves communication, and good communication enhances trust. It removes misunderstandings and builds confidence. Example. A team leader who listens to employees' concerns builds trust and cooperation within the team. Key point. Honest and balanced communication is crucial for trust. Commitment. What it is. Keeping promises and showing dedication builds trust. Key features. Commitment reinforces reliability and ability. Trust grows when commitments are consistently honored. Example. A company delivering products on time as promised earns customers' trust. Key point. Trust depends on making and keeping commitments. 6. Opportunistic behavior. What it is. Self-serving actions like dishonesty or withholding information harm trust. Key features. Opportunism includes cheating, lying, or stealing. It destroys trust, cooperation, and satisfaction. Example. A salesperson lying about a product's features loses customer trust. Key point. Dishonest behavior has a direct negative impact on trust. 7. Adjustment. What it is. Flexibility and adapting to others' needs build trust. Key features. Showing willingness to adjust creates positive interactions. It strengthens bonds and relationships. Example. A manager accommodating an employee's schedule for personal reasons builds trust. Key point. Adaptability fosters trust and cooperation. 8. Threat. What it is. Trust involves vulnerability, as people rely on others despite potential risks or threats. Key features. Trust depends on how the perceived threat is managed. Fear of betrayal can weaken trust. Example. A customer may hesitate to trust a new online seller due to fear of fraud. Key point. Trust is built when threats are minimized or managed effectively. Key points to remember. 1. Reputation reflects past behavior and impacts trust. 2. Long-term relationships foster stronger trust. 3. Larger companies often inspire greater trust. 4. Open communication removes barriers and strengthens relationships. 5. Honoring commitments builds reliability and trust. 6. Opportunistic behavior destroys trust. 7. Flexibility and adjustments create positive connections. 8. Trust involves managing vulnerability and threats effectively. These factors help you understand what influences trust in relationships and organizations. Building interpersonal trust. Interpersonal trust can be built in the workplace by practicing these key qualities, also known as the C words. 1. Communication. What it means. Clear and effective communication helps build trust. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Key features. Words should display expertise and credibility. Nonverbal cues like tone, facial expressions, and gestures matter a lot. Listening to others first shows respect and improves trust. Example. A manager who listens to team members' concerns and explains decisions clearly earns their trust. Key point. Good communication demonstrates capability and intention, fostering trust. 2. Caring. What it means. Showing genuine interest in others' well-being builds strong relationships. Key features. listening actively and showing concern for others' health, safety, and feelings. Asking questions about others' actions or perspectives demonstrates care. Example: a leader who checks in on an employee's personal challenges shows they care, which enhances trust. Key point: genuine care builds trust in your intentions. 3. Candor, openness. What it means: being honest, direct, and transparent increases trust. Frankly sharing opinions or feedback without avoiding tough topics. Admitting when you don't know something and following up later. Example: a team member who openly admits a mistake but works to correct it is more likely to be trusted. Key point: openness builds trust in both your integrity and abilities. 4. Consensus. What it means: building agreement within a group fosters trust and cooperation. Key features: involves open discussion, active listening, and group decision-making. Avoids top-down or majority vote decisions. Focuses on shared agreement. Example: a team agrees on a strategy after a collaborative discussion led by the manager, ensuring everyone is on board. Key point: consensus strengthens group trust and commitment. 5. Character. What it means: trust is built on ethical behavior, honesty, and strong principles. Key features: people with character are consistent in their beliefs and actions. They inspire confidence and are seen as trustworthy. Example: a leader who consistently acts fairly and transparently earns long-term trust. Key point: integrity and ethical behavior make you credible and trustworthy. Key takeaways. 1. Communication. Speak clearly, listen actively, and use body language effectively. 2. Caring. Show genuine interest and concern for others' well-being. 3. Candor. Be honest and direct, and admit when you don't know something. 4. Consensus. Involve everyone in decision-making to build trust and commitment. 5. Character. Consistently act with honesty, ethics, and principles. By practicing these qualities, you can create a trustworthy environment in the workplace. Bonding. 1. Introduction. What it means: emotional bonding refers to strong feelings that create a connection between people, such as love, joy, or even sorrow. It is the foundation of meaningful relationships and helps create families, communities, and societies. Key points: emotions make life worth living and keep humans sensitive to others' feelings. In organizations, emotions influence attitudes, values, and behavior more than logical thinking. Example: a family staying united during tough times shows emotional bonding. 2. Emotions versus moods. Difference. Emotions. Reactions to specific events or objects, e.g., feeling happy about a compliment. Moods. General feelings that are not tied to specific events, e.g., feeling cheerful without any reason. Example: if a manager praises an employee, the employee feels gratitude, emotion. If the employee remains in good spirits for hours, it becomes a mood. 3. Types of emotions. Positive emotions. These bring harmony, happiness, and motivation. 1. Love. A strong affection for others that leads to happiness. Example: loving family and friends makes life enjoyable. 2. Appreciation. Feeling thankful for help or benefits. Example: saying thank you to a colleague for assistance shows gratitude. 3. Happiness. A state of contentment and well-being. Example: achieving a personal goal brings joy. 4. Hope. Believing the future will improve, even in tough times. A job seeker staying optimistic despite rejections. 5. Enthusiasm. Excitement for a task or goal. Example: a student eager to learn a new subject. 6. Optimism. Expecting positive outcomes. Example: believing a challenging project will succeed. B. Negative emotions. These are defensive and driven by fear, harm, or loss. 1. Fear. Feeling danger and taking precautions. Example: preparing for a storm after a weather warning. 2. Anger. Frustration when someone violates principles. Example: feeling angry when someone cuts in line. 3. Guilt. Realizing you've done something wrong. Example: apologizing for forgetting a friend's birthday. 4. Depression. Persistent sadness and lack of energy. Example: losing interest in activities due to prolonged stress. 5. Pride. Overestimating one's superiority over others. Example: refusing feedback because of a sense of being always right. 6. Jealousy. Feeling upset over someone else's success. Example: a colleague feeling bad about another's promotion. 7. Frustration, struggling with life's obstacles without success. Example, repeatedly failing a task despite trying hard. 8. Envy, wanting what others have, often with harmful intent. Example, wishing to sabotage someone's success out of envy. Key takeaways. 1. Emotional bonding is essential for meaningful relationships and contributes to a better society. 2. Emotions are object-specific, e.g., gratitude for praise, while moods are general feelings. 3. Positive emotions, e.g., love, happiness, hope, bring harmony and motivation. 4. Negative emotions, e.g., fear, anger, guilt, arise from challenges and need to be managed. 5. Understanding and balancing emotions helps create a healthier personal and professional life. Building emotional bonding. 1. Systemic collaboration. What it means. Collaboration happens when employees work together effectively in teams, sharing ideas and advice openly. Why it's important. It makes employees feel connected to the organization and its success. Example, a team brainstorming session where everyone's input is valued helps create emotional connections. 2. Positive future. What it means. Employees feel motivated when they see a focus on progress, innovation, and shared goals. Positivity spreads and builds emotional connections. Why it's important. Positive work environments inspire passion and teamwork. Example, a company celebrating small wins encourages employees to believe in bigger achievements. 3. Alignment of values. What it means. Emotional bonds form when the organization's values, like honesty and integrity, match employees' personal beliefs. Why it's important. Shared values create trust and accountability among team members. Example, a company that rewards ethical behavior builds stronger bonds with employees who prioritize integrity. 4. Respect. What it means. Respect acts as social currency, making employees feel valued and appreciated. Why it's important. When employees feel respected, they perform better and are happier at work. Example, a manager who listens to employees' ideas and acknowledges their efforts fosters respect. 5. Killer achievement. What it means. This involves setting clear, achievable goals and removing unnecessary obstacles for success. Why it's important. Achieving both financial and emotional rewards motivates employees and strengthens their connection to the organization. Example, a company offering performance bonuses and celebrating team milestones keeps employees engaged and connected. Key takeaways. 1. Emotional bonding in the workplace improves engagement and productivity. 2. Collaboration. Open teamwork builds connections. 3. Positivity. A culture focused on progress unites employees. 4. Shared values. Common beliefs create trust and accountability. 5. Respect. Valued employees perform better. 6. Killer achievement. Clear goals and recognition inspire motivation. By fostering these elements, leaders can create a workplace where employees feel emotionally connected and empowered. Challenging situations in the workplace. Understanding challenging situations. What it means. Difficult situations are unavoidable in both personal and professional life. The key is how you handle them. When you ignore these situations, they tend to get worse over time. Why it's important. It's important to handle challenging situations immediately and with a calm, graceful attitude. The way you react to difficult circumstances can make a huge difference, even if you can't control the actions of others. Example, if a team member disagrees with you in a meeting, instead of ignoring the disagreement, you address it calmly, listen to their side, and discuss a solution together. Common causes of difficult situations. Internal changes. When something new starts, or during transitions, such as changes in leadership, there are likely to be challenges. External changes. Situations like an economic downturn or a company restructuring can create problems. Employee issues. These can include grievances, interpersonal conflicts, and unrealistic demands from employees. Customer complaints. Handling unhappy customers or balancing the needs of customers with the needs of the company is a common source of challenges. Example, a company undergoing cost-cutting measures might have to lay off employees, which creates a difficult situation for the managers and staff. The key is how the situation is communicated and managed. Key takeaways. 1. Difficult situations are inevitable. They will occur, and how you respond matters more than the situation itself. 2. Handle problems quickly. Addressing issues early prevents them from escalating. 3. Control your reaction. You can't always control others, but you can control how you react to the situation. 4. Sources of difficult situations. Changes in the workplace, employee issues, customer complaints, and economic conditions often lead to challenges. By managing these situations with grace and quick action, you can minimize their negative impact and help foster a positive work environment. Emotional situations at the workplace. Understanding emotions in the workplace. What it means. Workplaces are not emotion-free zones. In fact, when employees care about their work, they naturally show passion. However, uncontrolled emotions like anger or frustration can cause damage to relationships and the work environment. Example: if a team member is frustrated with a project, they might express anger, which can affect their relationship with colleagues. It's essential to manage such emotions to maintain professionalism. Strategies for handling emotional situations. 1. Accepting emotions at work. It's important for leadership to show that emotions are acceptable in the workplace. Leaders can express their feelings openly, whether positive joy or negative fear, which helps build trust and humanizes them. Example: a manager shares their excitement about a successful project or admits concern about a future challenge, making them more relatable to the team. Allowing time to cool off. Sometimes, strong emotions like anger or sadness can overwhelm employees. It's okay to leave a situation temporarily to regain composure without feeling judged. Example: if someone is angry after a heated discussion, they might step out of the room to cool down before rejoining the conversation. 3. Training on emotional management. Organizations can hold workshops or provide resources to help employees manage their emotions. This shows the organization values emotional intelligence and wants to help employees cope effectively. Example: offering courses on stress management or emotional intelligence training for staff to improve their emotional maturity. 4. Encouraging fun at work. A workplace that allows fun and play helps reduce emotional stress and increases productivity. When employees feel comfortable expressing themselves and having a good time, it fosters a positive emotional environment. Example: organizing team-building activities, celebrations, or casual social events where employees can relax and bond. 5. Creating an engaged and inclusive workplace. An emotionally healthy workplace encourages engagement and inclusion. The more connected employees are with each other, the more open they will be to share emotions. Example: encouraging team activities both inside and outside of work, like volunteer events or after-work gatherings, helps employees form stronger bonds. Key takeaways. 1. Emotions are part of work. Emotionally engaged employees care about their work and the people they work with. Emotions can't be avoided but should be managed. 2. Allow emotional space. Let people take a break when overwhelmed by emotions, so they can return to work with a clear head. 3. Training on emotions. Providing emotional intelligence training helps employees deal with emotions in a healthy way. 4. Fun and engagement. Encouraging fun and building strong relationships at work creates a healthier emotional environment. By applying these strategies, organizations can create a more emotionally balanced and productive workplace. Measures to deal with difficult situations at work. 1. Establish facts first. What it means. Before jumping to conclusions or trying to fix a problem, first gather the actual facts. It's important to base decisions on verifiable information rather than hearsay or opinions. Example: if there's a conflict between two employees, ask for specific examples of what happened rather than just listening to opinions. Key point: always confirm the facts before acting. Star 2. Ask lots of questions. What it means. Asking the right questions helps you understand the issue better. Simple and open-ended questions can uncover important details. Examples of questions. When did this issue arise? How did it affect your work? What would be an ideal solution for you? Key point: ask questions that focus on understanding the problem rather than just gathering unnecessary details. 3. Actively listen. What it means. Listening carefully to what others are saying is crucial. Don't interrupt or jump to conclusions before fully understanding the situation. Example, if an employee is explaining a problem, don't interrupt them. Let them speak and then respond based on what you've heard. Key point. Effective listening is essential for understanding the full picture. 4. Avoid prejudgment. What it means. It's easy to form opinions quickly, but avoid making assumptions too early. Wait until you have all the information before judging. Example, don't assume an employee is lazy just because a task was delayed. Investigate the full situation first. Key point. Keep an open mind and avoid jumping to conclusions. 5. Aim for win-win. What it means. Try to find solutions that are good for everyone involved, rather than creating winners and losers. This requires understanding each person's perspective and working towards a solution that benefits all parties. Example, if there's a disagreement over work allocation, find a solution where both employees get what they need to feel valued. Key point, strive for mutual benefits, not just one-sided solutions. 6. Be a solution maker. What it means. Stay positive and focus on solutions rather than problems. Don't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, think of ways to make things better. Example, if a project deadline is missed, don't just focus on why it happened. Focus on how to get back on track and meet the next deadline. Key point, always approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset and a positive outlook. Key takeaways. 1. Establish facts first. Confirm facts before acting to avoid making decisions based on assumptions. 2. Ask questions. Use open-ended questions to understand the core of the problem. 3. Listen actively. Pay close attention to what people say without interrupting. 4. Avoid prejudgment. Don't form opinions too quickly. Wait until you have all the facts. 5. Aim for win-win. Seek solutions that benefit everyone involved. 6. Be a solution maker. Focus on finding solutions and maintaining a positive attitude. By following these steps, you can effectively handle difficult situations at work, ensuring better outcomes for everyone involved. Transactional analysis explained. 1. Introduction to transactional analysis. What it means. Transactional analysis, TA, is a theory developed by Eric Berne in the 1950s. It's a way of understanding how people communicate with one another and how these interactions affect relationships. It is used in areas like psychotherapy, education, and even in businesses to improve communication. Key point, TA helps you understand your own behavior and others' behavior, which can improve your relationships and personal growth. 2. Nature of transactional analysis. What it means. The nature of TA is multifaceted and focuses on both theory and practice. It is a combination of psychological theory, Freudian ideas, and how the brain works, offering insights into how people think and interact. Integrated concept. TA combines the development of psychological theories with practical applications. It explains both internal relationships, how our mind works, and external relationships, how we interact with others. Problem-focused and goal-focused. TA aims to help people solve problems and focus on their goals. For example, it can help you break free from negative behaviors learned in childhood, like a script you follow, and develop healthier behaviors. Behavioral approach. TA is used to understand and improve people's behaviors, particularly in communication. By understanding how people behave in social situations, you can improve your interactions with others. 3. Key points of transactional analysis. 1. Blending theory and practice. TA combines theories of human development with practical applications. It explains how the mind works and how people interact. 2. Focused on change. TA helps people improve their behavior and communication. It is focused on independence, problem-solving, and emotional closeness. 3. Improving communication. By understanding your own and others' behaviors, TA helps improve communication in both personal and professional relationships. 4. Useful in various fields. TA can be applied in psychotherapy, counseling, and even organizational development to improve the way people relate and communicate. Key takeaways. What TA does. TA helps understand how people interact and guides them to improve communication, solve problems, and change negative behaviors. Application of TA. It is used in therapy, education, and even business to foster better relationships and personal growth. By learning TA, individuals can work on improving themselves and their relationships with others, leading to personal and professional development. Objectives and scope of transactional analysis. 1. Objectives of transactional analysis. Transactional analysis, TA, has several key objectives aimed at improving communication and self-awareness. Here's a simple breakdown. Improving communication skills. One of the main goals of TA is to help people understand how to communicate more effectively. By identifying different ways people interact, TA helps individuals improve their communication skills and avoid misunderstandings. Example: if two coworkers constantly misunderstand each other's intentions, TA helps them recognize the patterns in their communication and find better ways to communicate. Identifying transactional stages. TA identifies different stages or transactions people go through during communication. These stages include how people send and receive messages and how those messages are interpreted. Example: in a meeting, a manager might say, "I need the report by tomorrow," and the employee might respond with a parent voice saying, "I'll try my best." TA helps people understand how these exchanges impact their relationships. Identifying ego states. TA helps identify the ego states, parent, adult, and child, that people use when communicating. This helps people become aware of whether they are communicating from a place of authority, parent, logic, adult, or emotional reaction, child. Example: if someone reacts emotionally like a child, TA can help them recognize it and switch to a more rational, adult response. 2. Scope of transactional analysis. TA. The scope of TA covers several areas that help individuals understand themselves and their interactions with others. Analysis of self-awareness. TA helps people become more self-aware by analyzing how their behavior is influenced by different ego states. This helps individuals understand their reactions and emotions better. Analysis of transactions. This involves examining the way people communicate with each other, the transactions. By analyzing transactions, people can improve their communication and resolve conflicts more effectively. Analysis of ego states. As mentioned earlier, ego states, parent, adult, and child, affect how people interact. TA analyzes which ego state a person is in during communication and how it influences their behavior. Analysis of life positions. Life positions refer to the way individuals perceive themselves and others. For example, someone might see themselves as okay and others as not okay, which can lead to conflicts. TA helps identify these life positions and change them if needed. Analysis of games. In TA, games refer to repetitive patterns of behavior or communication that people play out in relationships. These can be unhealthy and lead to misunderstandings. TA helps identify and break these games to improve relationships. Analysis of stroking. Stroking is the term used for the recognition and acknowledgement that people give each other. TA looks at how strokes, positive or negative, affect people's behavior and relationships. Analysis of scripts. Scripts are the life plans people follow, which are often influenced by their childhood experiences. TA helps identify these scripts and adjust them if they're limiting personal growth or causing problems in relationships. Key takeaways. TA objectives. Improve communication. Identify different stages of communication. Recognize and understand ego states, parent, adult, child. TA scope. Self-awareness, transactions, ego states, life positions, games, stroking, and scripts are all key areas analyzed in TA to improve behavior and relationships. By understanding these objectives and the scope of TA, individuals can improve their interactions, enhance self-awareness, and foster better relationships both personally and professionally. Self-awareness is an essential concept for personal growth and development. It allows individuals to understand their emotions, behaviors, and thoughts better, which ultimately helps in improving relationships and achieving personal and professional success. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness means understanding your own personality, strengths, weaknesses, likes, dislikes, values, inspirations, and emotions. It involves knowing how you react to situations, why you feel certain emotions, and how your actions impact others. Example: if you know that you tend to get angry in stressful situations, being self-aware helps you find better ways to handle your emotions and avoid conflicts. Daniel Goleman, a psychologist, explains that self-awareness is the core emotional skill that forms the foundation for managing other emotions effectively. It helps individuals become more comfortable with themselves and others. Aspects of self-awareness. There are several important aspects of self-awareness that help individuals understand themselves better. 1. Learning style. Every person has a different way of learning, whether it's through thinking, cognitive style, emotions, affective style, or hands-on experience, psychomotor style. Being aware of your learning style can help you improve your ability to absorb and use information. Example: if you're a visual learner, you might find it easier to remember things by seeing diagrams and charts rather than reading text. 2. Emotional intelligence. This refers to the ability to recognize and manage your emotions and understand how they influence your thoughts and actions. People who are emotionally self-aware can control their feelings and are better at managing stress. Example: if you're feeling frustrated at work, emotional intelligence helps you step back and calm down, rather than reacting impulsively. 3. Core self-evaluation. This involves assessing your own abilities, competencies, and value. People with a positive core self-evaluation believe in their skills and can handle challenges, while those with a negative evaluation may lack confidence and feel powerless. Example: someone with high self-esteem might take on a leadership role at work, while someone with low self-esteem may avoid responsibility. 4. Values. Knowing your personal values helps you understand what's important to you and guides your behavior. Values influence your opinions, attitudes, and decisions. Example: if you value honesty, you'll always strive to be truthful in your personal and professional relationships. Now, increasing self-awareness. There are several ways to increase your self-awareness. 1. Understand what motivates you. Identify your strengths and weaknesses, and figure out what motivates you. Knowing these will help you focus on areas that need improvement. Example: if you find that you're motivated by challenges, you might seek out projects that push your limits. 2. Understand your habits. Recognizing your habits and the reasons behind them helps you identify areas for improvement. Focus on one habit at a time and work towards changing it. Example: if you have a habit of procrastinating, you can work on strategies to manage your time better. 3. Understand your purpose. Ask yourself what you want to achieve and whether you're happy with your current situation. Reflecting on these questions helps you make decisions aligned with your goals. Example: if you feel stuck in your job, this reflection can help you decide whether to change careers or pursue further education. 4. Release the past. Let go of past experiences that might be holding you back. Focus on the present and future to create new opportunities for growth. Example: if you faced failure in the past, use it as a learning experience and focus on improving moving forward. 5. Meditation. Meditation is a simple yet effective way to enhance self-awareness. It helps calm your mind, allowing you to connect with your inner self and improve your emotional intelligence. Example: regular meditation can help you manage stress and increase your focus and clarity in decision-making. Key takeaways. Self-awareness is crucial for personal and professional growth. It helps you understand your emotions, behaviors, and motivations. Aspects of self-awareness: learning style, emotional intelligence, core self-evaluation, personal values. Ways to increase self-awareness: identify your motivations and strengths, understand your habits and their impact, reflect on your purpose and make adjustments, let go of past experiences, practice meditation to improve emotional intelligence. By increasing self-awareness, you can improve your interactions with others, make better decisions, and lead a more fulfilling life. Analysis of transactions. Transactional analysis, TA, looks at how people communicate with each other. The core idea is that every communication involves a transaction, where one person sends a message, a stimulus, and the other person responds, a response. These transactions are influenced by the psychological ego states of the individuals involved. Types of transactions. 1. Complementary or parallel transactions. These occur when the response from one person matches the expected response from the other, leading to effective communication. Example: if a manager speaks to an employee in a logical and straightforward way, adult to adult, the employee will also respond logically and professionally. Both are satisfied, and the conversation is successful. Types of complementary transactions. Adult-adult transaction. Both people are acting logically and based on facts. This is an ideal communication pattern. Example: a manager talks to an employee about a project's progress in a fact-based way. The employee responds in the same manner. Parent-child transaction. One person acts as a parent, providing guidance or rules, and the other acts like a child, accepting these rules. Example: a manager gives instructions, parent, and the employee listens and follows, child. Parent-parent transaction. Both individuals act as parents, guiding or advising each other. Example: two senior managers discussing policies or guidelines in a structured manner. 2. Non-complementary transactions, cross-transactions. These happen when one person's response doesn't match the expected response. This disrupts communication and creates confusion. Example: a manager speaks logically, adult, to an employee, but the employee responds in a childlike way, expecting instructions. The conversation becomes blocked as the response doesn't match the original message. Key takeaway: cross-transactions can lead to misunderstandings, reducing effective communication. 3. Ulterior transactions. These involve hidden or double messages. The obvious message may be appropriate, but there is a hidden meaning that affects the real message. These transactions can be manipulative and are usually not productive. Example: a boss says to an employee, "What's the data today?" Adult-to-adult message. But under the surface, the boss is really saying, "You are late again," parent-to-child message. This creates confusion because the true intention is hidden. 4. Gallows transactions. These are unusual or inappropriate responses that are meant to disguise emotional reactions. Often, they occur when emotions are not expressed properly. Example: a teacher laughs instead of getting angry when their favorite student makes a mistake, or a mother smiles instead of showing concern when her child falls down. Key takeaways. 1. Transactional analysis helps us understand how communication works between individuals. 2. Complementary transactions, like adult-adult, lead to effective and clear communication. 3. Non-complementary transactions, like adult-child, can cause confusion and block communication. 4. Ulterior transactions involve hidden messages leading to misunderstandings. 5. Gallows transactions involve improper emotional responses like laughter in inappropriate situations. Understanding these types of transactions can help you communicate more effectively in both personal and professional settings. States. In transactional analysis, TA, ego states refer to different psychological patterns or behavioral tendencies a person experiences while interacting with others. Dr. Eric Byrne, who developed TA, identified 3 main ego states: parent, adult, and child. These states influence how people think, feel, and behave in different situations. 1. Parent ego state. The parent ego represents the attitudes, behaviors, and beliefs that individuals have learned from authority figures like parents or caregivers during their upbringing. These attitudes can be nurturing or controlling, and they guide how we interact with others. Types of parent ego. Nurturing parent, caring, supportive, and protective. Example: a manager who provides guidance and support to employees, ensuring their well-being. Critical parent, strict, controlling, and judgmental. Example: a manager who scolds employees for making mistakes, focusing on what went wrong rather than offering help. Key points to remember. Parent ego often reflects past learning from authority figures. People in the parent ego state can be protective, nurturing, or critical parent. Adult ego state. The adult ego is characterized by logical thinking, reason, and the ability to process information based on facts and reality without being influenced by emotions or past experiences. The adult ego state helps individuals make decisions based on the present situation. Key points to remember. The adult ego is about logical thinking and data gathering. It helps people handle situations objectively and make rational decisions. People in the adult ego state treat others equally and use facts to guide conversations. 3. Child ego state. The child ego represents the feelings, behaviors, and responses developed in childhood. This ego state includes traits like creativity, dependency, emotional reactions, and sometimes immaturity. Types of child ego. Natural child. Spontaneous, energetic, and emotional. Example, a person who expresses emotions freely, is playful, and acts without overthinking. Adaptive child follows rules but may become passive or reserved. Example, a person who stays quiet and follows instructions even when they disagree. Rebellious child. Angry, frustrated, and resistant to authority. Example, a person who challenges authority, expressing anger or dissatisfaction openly. Key points to remember. The child ego reflects how we reacted as children, often through emotional and impulsive behavior. It can be natural, creative, adaptive, obedient, or rebellious, defiant. Summary of ego states. Ego state examples based on facts, follows rules, protective, rigid, critical or nurturing behavior, like a strict teacher or caring parent. Adult, logical, objective, data-driven, making decisions based on facts, discussing work calmly. Child, emotional, spontaneous, creative, reactions based on feelings, like being playful or rebellious. Key takeaways. 1. Parent learned behaviors from authority figures, can be nurturing or critical. 2. Adult, rational, logical thinking based on facts and present reality. 3. Child, emotional reactions based on past experiences, can be natural, adaptive, or rebellious. Understanding these ego states helps individuals manage their behavior and communication more effectively, especially in professional settings. Analysis of life positions. Life positions in transactional analysis are psychological perspectives that shape how people perceive themselves and others. These positions are formed early in life through experiences and beliefs, and they significantly affect behavior and relationships. There are 4 primary life positions based on how individuals view themselves and others as either okay, acceptable, or not okay, unacceptable. I am okay, you are okay. This is the healthiest life position where both self-esteem and respect for others are high. Individuals who are in this position believe they are valuable and that others are also worthy of respect. These people handle problems well, have confidence in themselves and others, and believe in mutual cooperation. Example, a manager who trusts their employees and delegates authority effectively, fostering an environment of collaboration and respect. Key points. Healthy and ideal life position. Individuals are confident, open, and cooperative. Leads to adult communication and effective problem solving. 2. I am okay, you are not okay. People in this position often feel superior to others and tend to blame others for their problems. They may have had experiences in childhood where they felt ignored or mistreated, leading them to develop a negative view of others. Example, a manager who focuses on criticizing employees and rarely acknowledges their good work, often belittling their team. Key points. These individuals believe they are right and others are wrong. They are controlling and critical in their communication, can lead to dysfunctional relationships and negative environments. 3. I am not okay, you are okay. This position is characterized by feelings of inferiority and helplessness. People in this position may feel they cannot achieve as much as others, and they often compare themselves unfavorably to those around them. Example, a manager who doubts their own abilities, constantly second-guesses decisions, and feels inadequate compared to other managers. Key points. Individuals feel inferior and believe others are better. Often results in self-doubt, low confidence, and impulsive behavior. Can lead to a lack of assertiveness and poor decision-making. 4. I am not okay, you are not okay. This life position is often linked to feelings of hopelessness, disengagement, and despair. Individuals in this position may feel disconnected from both themselves and others, leading to extreme negativity. Example, a manager who isolates themselves from the team, disregards others' opinions, and feels that nothing can be improved, leading to a toxic work environment. Key points. Characterized by feelings of hopelessness and disengagement. Individuals may feel misunderstood or worthless. can result in neglecting others' needs and ignoring team input. Summary table of life positions: attitude toward self, attitude toward others, behavioral effects. I am okay. You are okay. Positive, healthy, positive, respectful, cooperative, honest, and effective. I am okay, you are not okay. Positive but superior, critical, blaming, controlling, critical, non-collaborative. I am not okay, you are okay. Negative, inferior, positive, admiring, self-doubt, impulsive, poor decision-making. I am not okay, you are negative, hopeless. Negative, dismissive, isolation, despair, neglectful. Key takeaways: I am okay, you are okay is the healthiest life position, promoting self-confidence and mutual respect. I am okay, you are not okay, and I am not okay, you are okay, often lead to dysfunctional relationships and unproductive behaviors. I am not okay, you are not okay, is the most negative position and can lead to hopelessness and isolation. The ideal life position for growth and effective communication is I am okay, you are okay. Understanding life positions can help improve self-awareness and interactions with others, especially in professional settings where collaboration and mutual respect are key. Of games and transactional analysis. In transactional analysis, games refer to patterns of interactions where people communicate with hidden motives, often leading to negative outcomes. These games are psychological, involving exchanges between the parent, adult, and child ego states. And the goal is to receive strokes, positive or negative recognition. However, the strokes in these games are mostly negative, and the outcome often results in confusion or harm. What are games? Is a sequence of interactions or transactions that follows a hidden agenda. People act in ways that seem normal on the surface, but actually have underlying secret motivations. Games can lead to emotional harm or dissatisfaction because they don't focus on real, genuine relationships. Example: parent-to-child interaction may appear nurturing but actually be condescending, where the underlying motive is to feel superior or in control. Key points: a game involves a series of moves with hidden motives. The purpose is to gain strokes, recognition, in an indirect and often manipulative way. Games typically involve role reversals, e.g. switching from parent to child. They have negative outcomes like confusion, harm, or emotional pain. Characteristics of games. Games have several common features. 1. Reduction of self-worth. A person may feel less than others, reinforcing early beliefs and insecurities. 2. Ulterior transactions. On the surface, the conversation may appear normal, e.g. adult to adult, but there isn't a hidden message, e.g. parent to child or child to parent. 3. End of game. The game ends when hidden motives or the underlying ego state is revealed, often creating confusion or mixed emotions. 4. Unconscious participation. People playing the game are usually not aware of their hidden motives or the game itself. Example: a why don't you game. One person may say, why don't you do it this way? This sounds like advice, adult to adult, but the underlying message is to criticize or make the other feel inadequate, parent to child. Key points. Games reduce self-esteem and may reinforce old beliefs. Hidden motives and ulterior transactions drive the game. Participants are unaware they are playing games. Types of games. Games can be classified based on their acceptability and harm. 1. First-degree games. These are socially accepted games that people play in everyday life. They are not harmful and are generally harmless fun. 2. Second-degree games. These are less acceptable, often kept private, but still not highly harmful. 3. Third-degree games. These are the most harmful, affecting people in a negative way, and can cause emotional or relational damage. Example: first degree, friendly teasing among friends. Second degree, secretly criticizing someone behind their back. Third degree, manipulating a colleague to undermine their confidence for personal gain. Key points. Games vary in their social acceptability and potential harm. The most harmful games can have serious emotional consequences. Benefits of games. Although games are often negative, they can offer some benefits, such as 1. Biological. Games can enhance focus and motivation, leading to better concentration and satisfaction. 2. Existential. By participating in games, individuals may uncover their life positions, views about themselves and others. 3. Internal psychological. Games can help people confront fears or emote challenges they may not otherwise address. 4. External psychological. They help manage external stress, worries, or conflicts. 5. Internal social. Games can create a false sense of closeness or confidence. 6. External social. Playing games with others helps people engage socially and share ideas. Example: a team-building game at work can boost motivation and help people manage stress, even though it might also have hidden competition or passive-aggressive dynamics. Key points. Games offer benefits such as increased focus, confidence, and social engagement. However, these benefits may come at the cost of deeper, more meaningful connections. And key takeaways. Games are psychological patterns where people communicate with hidden motives. They usually end with confusion, harm, or emotional dissatisfaction. Games can be classified by their degree of social acceptability and potential harm. Although games can have some benefits, like stress relief or motivation, they generally create negative emotional outcomes. Being aware of the games we play can help us develop healthier and more genuine relationships. Stroking. In transactional analysis, stroking refers to any form of attention, recognition, or feedback from others. It can be verbal, words or compliments, or nonverbal, like a handshake or pat on the back. Stroking is important for a person's emotional and psychological well-being because it makes them feel noticed and valued. What is stroking? Stroking is essentially feedback or recognition that makes a person feel acknowledged. This can be as simple as a compliment, a smile, or physical gestures like a hug or a pat on the back. It is based on the idea that humans, from babies onward, need attention to grow and develop. In the workplace, employees need positive strokes to feel satisfied and motivated in their roles. Example: if a manager praises an employee for a job well done, "You did great on this report," that is a positive stroke. On the other hand, if an employee is ignored or criticized without any encouragement, they might feel demotivated or unappreciated. Key points. Stroking can be verbal or nonverbal. It helps make people feel valued and recognized. Absence of stroking can negatively affect mental and physical health. Importance of stroking in the workplace. Stroking is critical in professional settings for motivation and job satisfaction. 1. Positive versus negative stroking. Positive strokes motivate employees, making them feel appreciated. Negative strokes, like criticism, can demotivate employees, especially if there are no positive strokes to balance them. 2. Quantity and quality of strokes. The amount and quality of stroking employees receive affects their job satisfaction. If they feel their work is noticed and appreciated, they are more likely to be engaged and productive. Example: positive stroking. A manager praises an employee for their excellent teamwork, which boosts the employee's morale. Negative stroking. If the same manager only criticizes an employee's mistakes without recognizing their achievements, the employee may feel demotivated. Key points. Employees need strokes to stay motivated. The quality and quantity of strokes determine job satisfaction. Work-related activities that fit an employee's skills and responsibilities are great sources of strokes. Conclusion. Stroking is a crucial part of human interactions, especially in the workplace. Receiving positive feedback or recognition makes people feel valued, while the lack of stroking can lead to dissatisfaction and lower performance. For effective leadership and teamwork, it's important to provide both positive strokes and constructive feedback. Actional analysis, a life script, refers to a long-term plan or set of decisions made by an individual, often influenced by their parents or significant caregivers. This plan shapes how a person behaves and interacts with others throughout their life. What is a life script? A script is essentially the story of a person's life, written unconsciously by the individual, but heavily influenced by early life experiences. These scripts guide an individual's decisions, actions, and relationships, and are often formed in childhood. Example: imagine a child who grows up hearing, "Don't be silly," or "You should always be serious." Over time, the child internalizes this message and becomes an adult who believes that showing emotion or lightheartedness is wrong. This is part of their script. Key points. Scripts are formed based on messages from parents or caregivers. A script can shape a person's behavior, decisions, and life path. Injunctions, negative messages, and permissions, positive messages, play a key role in shaping the script. How scripts are formed. 1. Injunctions. These are negative messages from parents, e.g., don't feel, don't think, that limit a child's potential. They are stored in the child's ego state and affect future behavior. Example: if a child is repeatedly told don't be important, they might grow up feeling like their ideas or needs aren't worth attention. 2. Programs. These are positive messages, e.g., here's how to succeed, that parents give, stored in the adult ego state of the child. 3. Counter-injunctions. These are messages that challenge or oppose the injunctions, like it's okay to be you, or you can grow up to be whatever you want. 4. Early decisions. These are the child's conclusions about how they must behave to survive and fulfill their needs. For instance, a child might decide that the best way to get love is by being perfect, or always following the rules. Types of scripts. 1. Banal, garden scripts. These are everyday scripts that follow cultural norms or social expectations. They often define people's roles based on gender, age, or culture. Example: a cultural script might tell men to be strong and unemotional, while women are expected to be nurturing and dependent. These norms can limit personal growth and happiness. Key points. These scripts are common and follow societal rules. They can lead to frustration and unfulfilled potential. Tragic, hamartic scripts. These scripts involve individuals who expect failure or suffering, and often choose roles that reinforce these beliefs. These individuals might think of themselves as losers and develop patterns that reinforce these thoughts, such as addiction, self-harm, or a cycle of bad decisions. Example: a person who grows up in an abusive environment might internalize the belief that they are unworthy of love or success, leading them to make poor life choices as an adult. Key points. People with tragic scripts may live with feelings of failure or negativity. These scripts often lead to destructive patterns, like addiction or unhealthy relationships. Key concepts to remember. Script, a life plan developed in childhood based on messages from parents and caregivers. Injunctions, negative messages, e.g., don't be important, that limit a person's potential. Programs, positive guidance from parents on how to succeed or behave. Counter-injunctions, messages that challenge negative beliefs and allow growth. Banal scripts are societal norms, while tragic scripts involve self-sabotage and failure. Understanding your life script can help break patterns of behavior that are limiting and allow for healthier choices in adulthood. Benefits of transactional analysis. TA. Transactional analysis is a psychological framework that helps individuals and organizations understand human behavior. It can significantly improve relationships, organizational development, conflict resolution, and personal growth. Here's a breakdown of its key benefits. 1. Interpersonal effectiveness. TA helps people understand different ego states: parent, adult, child, which leads to better communication. When you understand your own and others' behaviors, you become more confident and effective in your interactions, leading to stronger relationships. Example: a manager using TA might recognize that an employee is reacting from a child ego state, e.g., feeling frustrated or immature, and switch to an adult ego state, rational and problem-solving, to address the issue calmly. Key point. Understanding ego states improves communication and interpersonal relationships. Organization development. TA aids in improving organizations by encouraging adult-to-adult communication, clear and logical, reducing negative behaviors like game playing or unproductive conflicts, creating supportive policies and work environments. Example: an organization using TA principles could identify and address communication problems, leading to a more efficient and positive work culture. Key point: TA helps create effective policies and improves workplace relations. HAM3. Conflict resolution. TA connects well with conflict resolution techniques. For example, the parent ego might take a forcing approach, while the child ego might avoid conflict. The adult ego focuses on solutions where both parties win, ideal for problem-solving in conflicts. Example: Two employees in conflict could use TA to identify which ego states they're operating from, e.g., parent being overly controlling or child being overly passive, and move toward an adult resolution where both agree on a solution. Key point: TA helps identify the root of conflicts and promotes cooperative adult communication for resolution. 4. Executive development. TA can help managers improve their leadership skills. By understanding ego states, managers can handle employee concerns better and resolve issues more effectively. Key point: TA enhances managerial skills by helping leaders understand different behaviors and adjust their approaches accordingly. 5. Counseling. Therapists use TA to understand and resolve psychological problems. It helps in building a safe relationship with clients and offers a way to work through issues by analyzing the client's ego states. Example: a counselor might use TA to help a client understand why they keep making the same mistakes based on their child state and help them adopt more mature adult responses. Key point: TA aids counselors in understanding and guiding clients towards better behavior patterns. 6. Education. Educators use TA to help students understand their own behaviors and those of others. TA fosters better communication between students and teachers. Example: a teacher might use TA to recognize when a student is acting out from a child ego state and then encourage them to engage in more adult-to-adult communication. Key point: TA helps students and educators improve communication and mutual understanding. 7. Diagnosis and treatment of psychological disorders. TA helps identify psychological disorders by examining the interaction between ego states. It is useful for treating individuals, families, or groups, and offers insights into life scripts that shape behavior. Example: someone with a tragic life script might constantly feel like a failure. TA helps the individual understand why they feel this way and how to change their behavior to break free from this pattern. Key point: TA is effective for diagnosing and treating psychological issues by understanding the person's life script. 8. Leadership. TA aids leaders in recognizing which ego state they are leading from. For example, a leader operating from a parent ego state may be overly controlling, autocratic, whereas a leader in the adult ego state may involve employees in decision-making, promoting flexibility and collaboration. Example: a manager with an adult ego will listen to different opinions, gather information, and make decisions collaboratively, unlike a leader who acts from a parent ego and just issues commands. Key point: TA helps leaders choose the best leadership style based on their ego state, leading to better decision-making and employee involvement. Summary: interpersonal effectiveness, better relationships through understanding ego states. Organization development, helps improve workplace policies and reduce negative behaviors. Conflict resolution, provides tools for resolving conflicts using the adult ego. Executive development, enhances managerial skills. Counseling, aids therapists in understanding client behavior and offering solutions. Education, improves communication and understanding between students and teachers. Psychological treatment, helps diagnose and treat psychological disorders by analyzing life scripts. Leadership, encourages effective leadership by understanding different ego states. TA offers practical tools for improving both personal and professional relationships and development. Of transactional analysis, TA. While transactional analysis offers many benefits, it also has some limitations. These challenges should be understood to use TA effectively. Here are the key limitations. Complex to understand. TA can be difficult for some people to grasp, especially for those who have limited education or experience in psychology. Understanding the concept of ego states, parent, adult, child, and how transactions occur can be challenging for beginners. Example: if someone without prior knowledge of psychology tries to apply TA in their daily interactions, they might struggle to identify which ego state they or others are in, making it hard to apply the theory effectively. Key point: TA may be tough to understand without proper education or background in psychology. Method of manipulation. TA can be misused by individuals to manipulate others. For example, some people may use hidden transactions, unspoken messages, or actions to influence someone's behavior unfairly. Example: a manager could use TA knowledge to control a subordinate by creating a situation where the subordinate feels compelled to respond from a certain ego state, leading to manipulation. Key point: TA can be misused if the intent is to manipulate others for personal gain. 3. Not supported by scientific findings. The effectiveness of TA is not strongly backed by scientific research. While many people find TA useful, there is limited empirical evidence to fully support its claims in a scientific context. Example: studies may show TA's positive impact in specific scenarios, but there's no large-scale scientific consensus on its effectiveness in various psychological treatments or business settings. Key point: TA lacks strong scientific validation and research support. How 4. Promotes amateur psychologizing. TA can lead to amateur psychologizing, where people without adequate training attempt to analyze others' behavior using TA concepts. This can lead to oversimplification and incorrect interpretations of human behavior. Example: a person who's not properly trained in TA might attempt to diagnose a friend's behavior, mislabeling their actions as coming from a certain ego state, even though it may not be accurate. Key point: without proper training, applying TA concepts can lead to misinterpretations of others' behavior. Summary: complex to understand. TA concepts can be challenging for people without psychological knowledge. Method of manipulation: can be misused for controlling or influencing others unfairly. Not supported by scientific findings. Lacks strong scientific evidence for its effectiveness. Promotes amateur psychologizing. Can lead to incorrect analysis of others without sufficient training. Key advice: TA should be used carefully and requires proper understanding and training to be effective and ethical.